Victor Alpha 3, Mike, Papa Mike.
V3 Bravo, Whiskey, Quebec.
Hello, Alan. How are things this evening there?
Well, we're sitting at -3 here, and it's not snowing right now, I don't think. We have a few flakes of snow today, but not very much. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, we're the same thing here right now. It's saying -3 with light snow. Now, I was just outside. I didn't see snow, but maybe it started there now. Yeah, it's -3 and light snow. And it'll go down to -4 overnight. So that's not too bad.
No, that's all right. We can hang around. No problem. I'll stay away from warm anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, stay indoors, stay warm, and play radio.
Roger that. Okay, Mike, I'll let you go, and we'll wait for the next to start. V3 Bravo, Whiskey, Quebec.
Roger, Roger. VA3 MPM, hold down the fort. Oh, you're light to me tonight, Larry. K2LAG, VA3 MPM. I got about an S5 noise there, and you're almost struggling with it there. Okay, well, you must have done something. You got closer there. Now you're up to an S8 there, so you're above the noise there now. Hey, I've been trying to get in the morning there. WA2NAN there never has the echo stink on there. Okay, Roger, Roger. Yeah, I only have WA2NAN on my memory right now there. I'll have to adjust because 3-4 days I went to go in there and couldn't get in. I guess it could have gone on some of the days. It could have come down to the station here, turn the radio on. So we'll see what's going to happen tomorrow there. We'll try to be there. I've also been sleeping in too. It's just a change of time there. It does affect me. I always say it affects people. It's certainly affecting me because I could sleep in there. And even before that, I'd be at the cottage and I'd look outside and it was dark. I said, well, I'm going to sleep another, half an hour or something like that, and I'd wake up, it would be like 8 o'clock. So it was actually 7:30 and it was still dark out. So now we've changed the time there, but it's affecting me a little bit. We'll get tip-top shape there. We'll snap out of it soon. Yeah, I wonder if I'm going to hear Margaret tonight. That's S5, S7. We're up to S7, white noise, atmospheric. It's not, that could be the snow. We'll see what others report there if they got some kind of atmospheric noise. Yeah, I heard Margaret last night.
VA3XV.
Yes. Oh, you got a big signal. You're on 30 dB over S9 there. Yeah, you hearing like a white noise there?
Negative. I'm down to about S3.
Yeah, it's wild, eh? Maybe it's just snow in Ottawa. Snow static.
I think Margaret was in there. Margaret, K1BZE, VA3XV. Yeah, I'm hearing you, Margaret. You're a little bit low, but I hear you. Yeah, you're only about S4 here. Okay, I'll start it here in a couple of minutes.
Like I can hear, I heard everything she said there with just a very bassy voice and very, I really gotta strain my ears to try to hear in between there, the S7 here.
Yeah.
I should just plug in my 200-foot loop on ground and just see what happens there real quick.
Oh, she got it handy, yeah.
Yeah, Margaret is only S9 here. Victor Echo 1 Bravo Alpha Charlie.
Yeah, Brian, you're about 10:15.
Yeah, no, Margaret is only coming at S9, so either connects or she has a little bit of issue down there, over.
Well, she was a little bit low the other night, but she'll get stronger here in about 45 minutes or half an hour.
Yeah, no, she usually 49 plus 15, 20 over here. So that's kind of awkward anyway. It's all about conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Margaret, go ahead, say something there now. I've flicked the ground loop on ground. Go ahead, go. Okay, yeah, no, I've gone back to the main antenna. It's better. It's better with the noise. You're light. You're light. Just the conditions, I guess. The time of the year, I guess. Okay, back to go back to Randy, I guess.
Yeah, okay, and Brian's in here. He's good and strong. No, I got fairly low noise here. But I find, yeah, she'll come in even with the noise. She'll come in like with the noise, you know. So if you're getting S7 noise, you're hearing her probably S7. But like I only have S3, and she's just a little bit over that.
Yeah, Brian's blasting in. You're blasting into Ottawa there, Brian. No problem at all.
Okay, it is 8 o'clock. Welcome everybody to the 3730 net for Monday, November the 10th. This net runs 7 nights a week with 3 dedicated controllers, myself, VA3XV, along with Margaret, K1BZE. She is on here tonight, very light to me, but I am hearing her. She's in Massachusetts. And we got V3PY, that's Gord, he's in Cobden. That's in Eastern Ontario, east of me. And he does Tuesday nights. He has a topic night with an open mic session there, so check in with him on Tuesday nights. I'd also like to welcome the SDR listeners and any shortwave listeners out there, because I know we have a few of those. I am not streaming here tonight. I usually just do that on Fridays and Sundays. If anybody wants any more information on this net, go to 3730group.ca. That's 3730group.ca, and slide down to the bottom of that page. And there'll be a Facebook link. Click on that, and it'll take you to our Facebook group page. It is a private page. You can sign up there and become a member and see what everybody's posting and post whatever amateur radio related that you want. There's a lot of good information. A lot of people there to answer your questions if you have any. This is the 25th year anniversary of this net here, so I wanted to add that in there too. Okay, you got Victor Alpha 3 X-Ray Victor here. My name is Randy, and I'm located in South Algonquin Township. That borders the southeast end of the Algonquin Provincial Park, and we are in Eastern Ontario. About 180 kilometers or 100 miles or so west of Ottawa, and about 150 miles north of Toronto. So we're out in the boonies here. Okay, on the early list I got VA3MPM, I got K2LAG, and I got VE1 Bravo Alpha Charlie. Is there anybody else like to check into the 3730? Please come now.
VE3 Bravo Whiskey Quebec.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Delta November.
Okay, I got K1BZE, sorry, I forgot you in there, American, and V3MDN, V3MDG, and V3 Bravo Whiskey Quebec. Who else was in there?
Victor Alpha 3, Alpha, Sierra Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Sierra Zulu. I got you. Anybody else?
X-ray Quebec, Quebec.
I got the Loop Man, X-ray Quebec, Quebec. Anybody else? Okay, we'll just go with that. Right up to the top, Mr. White Noise Mike, VA3 MPM.
Yeah, it's CM now. It's down to about an S6. I'm going to call it snow static. I bet you there's snow on the antenna, maybe on the ladder line, and it's probably snowing and a little bit of a wind or something. Kind of a quiet day, I guess. Did a little bit of radio stuff. What did I see interesting there today? My brothers sent me something, and I had seen it on social media. They're Tonka trucks. They're putting out the retro, the metal, the big metal ones instead of plastic. And I had some metal ones even at the cottage when Adam was a kid. And I remember, playing with him, sitting there and kind of just playing along with that there. And I said to my brother, "Geez, I wouldn't mind getting a dump truck there and play with it. Sit down in the sand there and load some rocks in it or load some sand in it or something." So just a little thing I thought was kind of interesting. They're pushing that their retro box and retro toys, and it's twice the metal. I don't know what twice the metal means. It must be like the old ones or something. I'm not quite sure. And I took out, had a little bit of energy there. Took out the Drake 4LB amplifier at the pair of 3500Zs. And so I gave her the burn test, fired that up. But the fan, I remember the cage fan on that is squirrely. It's, I'm going to have to disassemble that. They're shock mounted on some rubber, the motor's like shock mounted there. I'll have to see what I can do. Might have to find a different type of fan, or maybe try to order up a cage fan for it that's the same size, maybe a metal one. They're plastic, right? And it looks like they've distorted a little bit just because of just heat in the amplifier. Always a little something to fix, eh? Always something going on, so that'll be a little project to do. And what else? Nothing else for now. We'll leave other stuff for the second round there. How was your day, Randy?
It was pretty good. The only thing I really did, other than take the dog out, was I noticed one of my window line here. I can see it out the one window behind me here. It was on a bungee cord, and I know the bungee cord was getting frayed. I seen it over the summer when I was cutting grass, and I never got around to change it. And I seen the line down. It was laying on top of a metal roof here. I have like a dock house entrance with a metal roof that goes into the basement, and it was laying on that, so I knew exactly what happened. Tuned up I was using it and tuned up okay. I noticed it after, and I noticed it after because I pay attention to it's an auto tuner, but it shows me my the capacitance and the inductance right on there. And I knew the numbers were off, and there was no snow on it. But I guess the wind and heavy snow there that we had, well, not really heavy snow, but the snow that we did get was more like ice on it there too. Probably it snapped at the end there. So anyway, that was a quick fix. I didn't have to get up a ladder or anything. I just put the new bungee cord on there and fixed that up, and everything's all running smoothly here again. Very low maintenance. I was surprised. So far, I didn't have to really do too much with the antennas. So hopefully they'll stay like that. But it was cool. It was cool. I think our high was only -4, and we're sitting at about -6, almost 7 here now. So that north wind, we had flurries here most of the whole day, which that 1/4 inch that we had, or 1/8 of an inch, is now about an inch. Well, we're supposed to get that flurries here every day through the week here now. So that'll probably build up some more. Other than that, it was a pretty easy day.
That's good. That's good. I chuckled when you said you saw the bungee cord. You saw it in the summertime, but oh yeah, wait till there's snow and ice on the roof there. Now's the time to go fix it. It's just been there, done that. Still doing that. Always will. That's a good one there, Randy. Okay, I'm listening here, and hello again to everybody on board. VA 3 MPM.
Well, it never really breaks in the summer. It waits until it's like, -5 and snowy when it does it. At least I didn't have to climb up a ladder or anything. I did it all from ground level, so that was very, very easy. And straight out my window, I usually look and check them, but I never really paid attention. I just overlooked it. Oh well. Nothing went wrong. Everything's fine. Okay, we'll go to Larry, K2LAG. How was your day, Larry? Okay, I was going to ask you, tomorrow, is that Veterans Day for you guys? Okay, yeah, we just call it Remembrance Day. Okay, that's what I figured. But I thought I'd ask you because you would know. Okay then. Yeah, so remember everybody, as far as Remembrance Day and Veterans Day in the U.S. So 11 o'clock hour, an hour of silence. Okay, Larry, thanks for that. You got a good signal in here tonight now, and we'll get you on the second round. We go way over to the East Coast there. V1 Bravo Alpha Charlie. What's new with you, Brian?
Yeah, hi, Randy. Victor 1 Bravo Alpha Charlie, and very, very good evening to everybody else on the great signal. The conditions of man, not great, but well, I don't know what to tell you about that with the solar flare and so forth, but good reception from everybody that you got coming in so far. Randy, somebody put the word to me one time, a couple times, but we'll just say back in the past, the word can't. And you know what? That just makes it all the more worth it to get something going. So somebody said can't, and I'm not going to get the 7-band dipole tweaked and resonant on all 7 bands. Well, you know what? That word can't just prove wrong. We're getting there. We're getting awful close to that, Randy, and now we understand that new copper we put up there. Anyway, enough about that antenna. We're back to our renovation, and we been painting and things are looking in color now. We're not just that that ceiling you put on the sealant that you put on the drywall, that grayish color, the jailhouse gray, if you want to call it. We're getting some color, and we're getting some crown molding up there, and my gosh, it's starting to turn into looking like a home now. Lots to go, but you know what? It's all going to come together, and then I can bring my radio room back together, and that's the next one I got to paint. So I'm going to have to take the radios out of here, and once that's all said and done, we're going to have this place shape and look like somewhat of a radio room and a relaxing room. And my ex-wife says, I want you to put a big wall map up there. Put a big wall map up so I can see all the places in the world you talk to. So that's something we're going to have to take into consideration for sure. And well, it's nice to hear Margaret in there, but my gosh, I don't know what to say. Conditions can play a pretty funny game. I've heard, you talk to somebody that gets a great signal, and the same person you talked to the other day with a great signal is way down in the noise floor. So we'll see how it goes as the evening goes on, and hopefully Margaret can be gangbusters back in here on the set. Back to you, Randy. Victor 1 Bravo, Alpha Charlie.
Oh yeah. I noticed the difference there from the first round to the second round, especially if it's a longer round, if there's a lot of people in there. And then up right around 9 o'clock, things change there too. Last couple of nights, it actually was pretty good. Good conditions, especially last night. Everybody was good and strong. And then Saturday night when I was on, man, oh man, that was quite the net there. I was up. I didn't sign off here till almost 20 after 10. So I got a lot of hamming that night, I tell you. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, good job on the new radio room. You'll be all nice and fresh and be just like I like when everything's new there. And I remember when I'm not really a Yaesu guy, but I remember when you buy a new radio from Yaesu, they'd send these humongous world maps. You probably got a couple of those.
I do, and they're all rolled up in the plastic sleeve. I gotta bring them on out and tarnish them a bit.
Oh yeah. Well, you'll have to get the wall painted first, though.
Well, what do I say, Randy? You buy yourself a radio or a tool or like you say a map, and you gotta keep it for good. You don't bring it up. You gotta keep it for good. So when do you bring those like that? When do you use them, over?
Oh yeah, but the world changes from time to time, so you kind of got to update them too.
Yeah, there's no firmware upgrade for those maps either.
No, that's right. Okay, if you're hanging around, I'll catch you on the second round there, Brian.
Absolutely.
Okay, good stuff. Good signal too. You're 50 and over. Okay, Alan, V3BWQ, how's your day?
Well, it wasn't so good, Randy. We ran out of trouble with the internet here, and we haven't got no internet right now, and they're supposed to come and fix it tomorrow. Go ahead.
Oh, were you out all day?
I didn't have any radio or anything to play with, and on TV, so we're kind of shy here. Go ahead.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, well, you'll get that all fixed up. They'll be coming tomorrow, they said?
Roger. Sometime between 8 and 4 o'clock.
Yeah, internet's priority now. It's just like you're almost lost without it because it's like your whole encyclopedia. It's your contact to the world there, right at your fingertips. And we use it on the ham radio here, and it's you don't really banking and all that stuff. So yeah, you don't know, don't realize it till it's not there.
I do not. Yeah, you're missing that's not there for sure. Okay, Randy, I'll let you carry on. And don't know when I'll be here for the second round, but we'll try anyway. You have a fine evening. I'll catch you in a few. V3 Bravo Whiskey Quebec.
Okay, well, we'll call you in anyway. If you're not there, that's fine, but we'll call you in anyway. Thanks for checking in here for now. Okay, V3MDG, did you get any snow flurries up there like we did?
VA3XV, V3MDG, yes, we did. A little bit overnight, and then it started very early this morning, and some non-stop all day. Probably 2, maybe 3 inches on the ground. It's nice, light, fluffy stuff. It's going all over the place. We're supposed to get some more tomorrow, and it's not supposed to be all that overly cold, -7 or something tonight. And they're talking about snow for all night, so that's the weather report. When you were talking about the Yaesu world map, it reminded me my ham jacket toboggan. I had built just like the guy out east there. I built the ham jack. It's everything radio, anything about radio, blah 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 blah. And I had the world map up there on the big wall. And I used to take they're those push pins like thumbtacks, and all different color ones. And I was working my way through the DX map for all the countries and blah, 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 blah. Well, when we sold the place, we were kind of in a rush. We got one of those things where, yeah, we'll pay you the amount of money you want, but you got to leave in 30 days. So it was kind of a rush thing. And the radio room happened to be one of the last things that got packed up. And when I took that, I took all the thumbtacks out and put the map down, and then proceeded to spend the next couple hours filling all the holes with, drywall compound, sand them down, and then reflag and repaint the wall. So that's where you get to with that. My advice is put a cork pad behind it, and then put your map up. B3MDG.
Yeah, and they have different ways now you can attach those without even drilling holes. So then put your map. Those maps are quite large. Like you need a pretty big wall there to put them up. And you see some of those station pictures of that people have their stations. And there's like just the room itself, how it's designed, and they have all the radios mounted in consoles, and it's just like they look like AM like a radio broadcast station. Massive room there, and the couch is in there, and it's you can have visitors sitting in there listening to you. It's unbelievable. A lot of money put in there. Monitors all over the place. But anyway, and I'm just in a little corner of my dining room here. But that's all I really need.
Well, I'm working on, I got a workbench down here, and got my one particular room that's my shack. The other one on the other side of the basement is the XYL's. That's her office, and that's where she plays on the computer and whatnot. So, you make it homey, and we try and keep it clean. It never works too well for me, but I usually have everything upside down all the time. But, it's a constant thing. Like we were talking yesterday, it's just I can't leave it alone, and I get an idea in my head and move everything and get it where I want, and 2 days later I'm moving it back.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And like my radio shack or my corner here, it's off limits. Nobody goes in there and touches anything unless I'm there overseeing it. Because I don't want anything touched.
I don't have to worry about that. She's scared she's going to get electrocuted if she touches anything.
Yeah, well, I got high voltage sign here. I should hang that up. But anyway, most people they don't know what the heck is what here. Anyway, and unless it was like a little kid come in here, started, hitting buttons around, but that's no issue here now. Anyway, okay then, well, good enough. I'll stick around. I'll get you on the second round.
Cheers up.
Okay, and I don't know if anybody else did on board here. It was the 50th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald, so they did have a special event station. I did contact them on 20 meters here today, and they were out of Minnesota. It was W0 Juliet Hotel, so got them on 20 meters. So they seem to be pretty busy. When I made contact, it was somewhere around, I think it was around 1 o'clock. Okay, next on the list is VA3MDN. Michael, how are you?
VA3XB in the group, VA3MDN. I'm not too bad. Made it home around 7 o'clock hour there. Drove out of little town over there, it was snowing pretty hard there, but as we were getting closer to home, it started letting up. So so there's snowing over that way, so they can keep it over there. But I imagine we just drove out of it, and it's going to catch up to us eventually. So other than that, we'll just sit back and listen along, and hopefully be here in the second round. VA3XB from VA3MDN.
Yeah, I know the last night I was looking at the forecast. They were showing a map of Ontario, or eastern and southern Ontario, and they were saying that it was could be up to 50 centimeters of snow, drifts and stuff coming off of parts of Lake Georgian Bay area, and down in the bottom part of right along the lake there, Lake Huron. So it probably was really bad along there, but usually that's all it always is there, coming across there. Okay, thanks for checking in. I'll get you on the second round. And finally, we'll get to Margaret at K1BZE. How was your day, Margaret? Okay, I'm hearing you fine here on my beverage here. Not much of a signal report, but you know, it's quiet. I can hear you fine. I think you're only about S2 or so on the beverage here, but S1 or 2. But I'm hearing you fine. What band did you get the W0JH there? On 15, oh, okay, yeah, I got it on 20. So yeah, apparently they had some frequencies even on 40 and for 80 here at night. So they might be still going, as far as I know. I don't know. Yeah, okay then. Okay then, are you going to stick around? Okay, I'll get you on the second round. Okay, who is next? VA3 Alpha Sierra Zulu, come on in.
Yeah, good evening. Just trying to find out, is there any classes for the advanced ticket?
Whereabouts are you? Where are you located?
I'm just between Brockville and Athens area. I'm not too far away from Al.
Okay. I imagine that the Kingston Club there would be Alan, what clubs do you got down there? V3BWQ, VA3XV.
Yeah, so back to there, Randy, what did you say?
VA3AZ there wants to know, he wants to get right his advanced exam. Did you have a club there around Brockville area?
No, I took mine in Smith Falls.
Oh, in Smith Falls.
I don't know whether he's
okay, well,
or not, but
I guess Smith Falls, if you contact Smith Falls, I think there's one in Kingston, and they'll be able to guide you there.
Yeah, well, I did my basics in Kingston at the base there, and I wasn't sure, but I just thought I'd ask to see. Usually MCM has a good idea of what's going on all over the place.
Yeah, Mike, you got any input there?
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I thought you were right in that area. You are. I thought you were part of the Brockville Club. They've got an examiner. I can't remember who it is there, but Robert would know who it is. And if you ever come into Ottawa on our meeting nights there, I'm available. That's where I do them at our meeting on the first Tuesday of every month. But there's got to be somebody in Brockville. I know there is. I just don't know who it is right now.
No, I just wondered if there's anybody that does the class, just like the basics. Is there classes for that, or you have to just study it on your own?
Well, I think RAC was doing that. I don't know anything about that. I'm not a member of RAC. back, but I see sometimes across my internet, and that somebody's doing a course or something like that. I just don't know if it's basic or advanced. I don't know the details of it.
Okay, well, I just thought I'd check and see what's happening. Anyhow, I'm down the basement roasting. I got the wood stove on, and I got put a pot of coffee on the wood stove, and it's pretty comfortable down here.
Okay, just a quick question. Are you on an original FT897 or 857?
No, I got rid of those. I'm on an FT900.
Oh, FT900, yeah. That's a neat rig. But I wonder if it suffered from the same as, it's got like an intermittent warble, like as if you got a little bit of standing wave or something. I know the 857s, 897s, the original ones did that. I don't think the 900 did it, so it might be your power supply or something?
Well, the power supply is a Yaesu FT800. It's got a speaker in it.
Okay, I just usually when you hear a ripple or wobble like that, it's voltage. It's there. I'm sure you hear it there, Randy. Unless I'm hearing a roar on him, but he'd be the only one that I'm hearing that on. Back to you, Andy.
Yeah, I do hear it there. There is something there, and is that Anthony I'm talking to?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's almost like it's clipping. It sounds. You got like processor on or something? Yeah, that helps. And you could probably bring it back a little bit, or bring it up a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just on the borderline there, but it's much better.
Yeah, but he really went down in signal.
Do they got processors on those things?
I believe, yeah, 900, sure. Yeah, they got a processor.
Yeah, maybe take maybe turn the processor on and then turn the processor down a bit. Yeah, now turn the proc down.
How do you turn the proc down? I don't know.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that rig. It's probably menu driven, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, it'll be a menu, I guess, for the processor probably on there. Just if he's got a processor on and the mic gain up, he's drawing more amperage. I think the power supply is starting to have a bit of an issue. But or check your connections or do something.
Antenna covered in ice?
Yeah, well, turn the proc off and then just go back to your mic there. It did. You were lower, but you did sound clearer.
There, I just turned it off. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's still a little wee bit there, but it's a lot better. Okay, you said I know RAC has online courses. If you got a hold of them, they would let you know.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, I did like the power supply because there's a speaker right in the front, so that's why I bought it. I thought, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's still something there, so something's not quite exactly right. And I don't think it's overdriving or anything there. It's something else. It could be the power supply, it could be the antenna. As long as your match is okay there, but still could be. I don't know really what to tell you unless I was right there. But anyway, it's much better now. Are you going to stick around for the second round? Okay, I'll get you on the second round then. And we'll go to the bottom of the list here. Frank, V3XQQ, come on in.
Yeah, just moving around here.
That was interesting. I thought I was hearing Aurora Borealis there. I like the sound, but I guess the radio probably is not liking what's going on. The snow on my antenna. It seems to broadband it a bit, so I cleaned the snow off of it, and it's back to normal again. So I just kind of smacked the roll of snow off of it, off the bottom part there. But so the old loop is the old mag loop is just magging away there. It's just doing its thing, and so far so good. So this winter's going to prove to be the eating of the pudding, so to speak. The test of thereof, or whatever that saying is. Everybody's sounding pretty good there. The fellow from out the East Coast there sounds quite nice. And Mother Nature's probably throwing us a loop, and some people are not as strong as they used to be. And tomorrow night they'll probably be booming, and we'll all run with it. But anyhow, maps. I like maps, but I don't have enough room for it. Anyhow, so all is good out here in Barhaven with the rest of the Barhaven bandits. Mike and Anthony. Anthony, I hope he's got his radio up and running. Hopefully he's going to get back on the air soon. So ATD there. That Anthony, that is, Alpha Tango Delta. So automatic tuning device. So so I'll throw it back to you, VE3XQ.
Well, I haven't heard automatic tuning device here for a few days, so I'm not sure what he's doing. But your antenna's doing the hula hoop my direction. You're 20 over. So sometimes I was watching the meter here, and you're almost 25. So that's no preamp either. That's just on my regular antenna. So she is working fine. That makes sense with the buildup of snow or ice on there, because making the pipe bigger would be wider banded. You could rebuild that with a bigger pipe next time.
Actually, I don't use a pipe. I'm a flat earther. I'm actually used what do you call it? Flashing, aluminum flashing. It's 3 inches wide, so it's actually 6 inches folded over.
Oh, okay. I get you. Anyway, it's working excellent there for you. Ever since you got it up and running there, so and just leave it right where it is. It's great. And I think you're kind of southwest, northeast with it, aren't you?
Well, it doesn't seem to me, the orientation doesn't seem to do much to it, but the orientation for this is it's essentially east-west, with a little one end pointing a little bit more northerly, kind of like into Europe, so to speak.
Okay, yes. Just like you're right off me, so that's it. It's working good. But we're technically NVIS Cloudburner here anyway, so between us here, so it's working good. Are you sticking around, Frank?
No, I'll be punching out after this. I'm going to bed shortly. I go to bed at 9 o'clock usually, so I start getting ready for bed right about now. So and up at 5, it's 4:30, something like that. So it's the way I'm built. And about your beverage. Is your beverage a terminated beverage, as in ground stake at the other end with a resistor, or is it 2 pieces of wire with a resistor at the end?
No, it's open, and I just have it over a limb at the end. Actually, it's just over a limb, and I have a counterweight on there. Cement block actually, and it's planing right at Margaret. This one, it's southeast, so it actually works pretty good. Even though it's not terminated, it's still Like the connection is it's close. The connection's to the west, right? So it's beaming more to the east, so it still receives better that direction.
Yeah, okay, so basically just a good hunk of long wire just strung out as long as you can get it.
Pretty much, yeah, and make sure it's not grounded out at the end.
Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense, yeah. Because I've been looking at, I'm looking at making a receive on that now, but I'm looking at I have a wooden fence, and I'm thinking of maybe making a huge, sort of loopy kind of, another loop kind of a terminated folded dipole, or a terminated loop antenna of some kind, and run it along the fence line, so that it might give me it might give me about a 60-foot, 70-foot run up the line.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I have an 80-meter one like that. I have one right on the ground, and then I have one elevated about 6 feet. But where I have them, it's a real quiet area, and the one that's 6 feet, it outperforms the one on the ground, which makes sense. But sometimes I can hear stuff on the one on the ground that I have a little bit of trouble with the other one, just because it's quieter at night, But I wouldn't do without the loop, the elevated one, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you go then, and I'll contemplate on that. There might be my winter project to kind of work out and then add another loop to the loop farm here. And DE3XQ, back to you at 73219.
Well, then you'll be the real loopy man then.
You call me Fruit Loop.
Fruit Loop. Okay, you said it, not me, so we're allowed to call him that. Okay then, Frank, have a good night there, and a good week here until we talk to you later. Okay, I'm at the end of the list. I'm looking for check-ins. VA3XV.
Hi. AC2,
Yeah, Victor Alpha 3, Whiskey United.
India Oscar Whiskey.
Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Golf.
Okay, I think I got everybody in that big run there. I got, from the top down, I got PY, IOW, ROR, WU, XLG, AGX, and a really weak KTU. Is there anybody else?
V3WGY.
KC2 United Tango.
Okay, KC2 United Tango, and I got WGY. Who was the other one?
Tango Alpha Charlie.
Tango Alpha Charlie. Might as well keep going. Anybody else? Okay, well, we'll take this big run here. Just about filled my paper. V3PY, come on in, Gord.
Yeah, hi, Randy. Good evening to you and everybody else. We just got in there. I decided to drive my wife up to Girl Guides in Pembroke, and just got home there, so we haven't eaten something yet. So I'll just be here for one round. Conditions are kind of funny because you are between 20 and 30 over. Normally you're like 60 over. So kind of funny conditions here tonight. But anyways, one round only. I'll be back tomorrow night for the topic day, Randy. I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, you're bouncing anywhere from an 8 up to about 15 over, so I just noticed that on your signal. So, okay, did you get food on the run, or are you going to have to make something up quick?
Oh, there's some leftovers there. She's just warming it up there now, so by the time I get upstairs, it should be ready there. So there's some nice chicken stew that she made yesterday in the Ninja with potatoes and carrots, and I think celery and some other stuff. So it's going to be quite good. So almost over the hungry period, but I'm going to have a bowl of it anyway. So 7-3, I hope I'm not making you too hungry. Bye-bye, Randy.
You'll be turning Japanese tonight.
That's for sure.
Okay, talk to you later, Gord. Have a good one. Thanks for checking in. V3IOW, Ron, how was your work day?
Hi, Randy. Good evening. This is VA3XV. This is VA3IOW. And good evening to everyone on the net, including the shortwave listeners. I didn't go to work today. When I woke up this morning, I have this pain in my back. So
I told the guys I won't be there. You have to carry on. And I forgot that it was also my wife's birthday today. So it turned out to be a positive one. And we had a good dinner tonight. And we just stayed home, but we shoveled the snow. We had about 6-7 inches on the ground. Kids didn't go to school either. It looks like there was no school. So, yeah, it turned out to be the negative morning became a positive one. So, but tomorrow we'll be back to the grind, and we have lined up. And thankfully, I'm very thankful for that. Anyway, thank you so much for taking me in, and I was able, thank you guys at 3730 group, I was able to contact the Edmund Fitzgerald group. I caught them around 15 minutes before they closed down around almost 6 p.m. That's about it. I talked too much tonight, but anyway, thank you so much for the net, Randy, and I'll catch you on the second round, V3IOW.
Yeah, I guess the proper frequency that they were going to be on was 14260, and I was like for the 20-meter portion, and I just happened to tune around and I caught them on 257 just by luck. He was fairly strong here, so I did contact them. This was like early afternoon, and they had, but if you went to their website. Or I guess it was the QRZ page of W0 Juliet Hotel. I guess they were running on a bunch of different frequencies. I think Margaret said she got them on 15 meters. So I know they were on 40 and then 80 probably this evening. So yeah, that's good. That's good that you made contact with them. Okay, well, sorry for you back. I hope you feel better and get back at it there tomorrow.
All right, I'll be on the second round. Thanks, Randy.
Okay, I'll catch you on the second round, and we'll go down to Rob there, VE3ROR. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Randy, and good evening to everyone on that. Sounding good here this evening. You're anywhere from 5.9 plus 10 to plus 20 there, up and down a little bit. But how's everything going up your way?
It's pretty good. We had a cool day today. It was about the high was around -4. It was breezy. We had light flurries here most of the day. You know, the light flurries were kind of swirling around. It almost felt like a January day there. But we got about I guess we got a little over an inch. I guess now it's supposed to be like this the rest of the week.
Yeah, no, that's not too bad. We got more than I thought we would. I was kind of doubting the forecast. You know, they were saying 5 to 10 centimeters, and we ended up getting 10 centimeters, and it was just kept coming and coming. It's like, oh man, this is like it feels like December in January, and it's, you know, and then it's still fall, and all these leaves falling on top of the snow and everything. So it was interesting to watch, I got to say, and you know, got the cars all cleared off and the driveway and everything. The sidewalk was pretty sticky snow, but I think we're supposed to get quite a bit warmer this week into the weekend there. So I think a lot of it's going to melt, but I think it'll just be like a sort of, you know, wishful thinking, because for all intents and purposes, winter's here. Randy, over.
Yeah, I think it's here to stay now. Even though we don't have that much snow, I think it's here to stay. I'd sooner have, you know, if it does snow, I'd sooner have maybe about 6 inches at least. I'd sooner have a little bit more into the ground, soaking into the ground though. We can still use that. I know the lakes here are still a bit low, so we could use some more of that. But yeah, if it stays now and it stays cold, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Even if it snows a lot, I'm okay with that too, because this past summer we basically had a drought. So I don't know if you're saw that article online about Tehran in Iran. The city of Tehran is on the verge of losing its water supply. It's had really serious drought, and its water reserves are down to like 5%. And the leaders of the country are starting to talk about evacuating the city. That's how bad it is. So could be a lot worse here, Randy. Over.
Yeah, well, they'll have to start trading their oil for water, I guess.
Either that or they'll have to start drinking water, drinking oil.
yeah. One or the other, anyway. Yeah, that's so it's not just us then. It's all over. Not a good thing. But you know what? After that, the rain that we got last week, was it? Yeah, last week. I have a sump pump a hole in the basement here, and that actually started getting moist. So that means my well should be okay now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Well, if we get a lot of snow this winter, it'll help replenish everything. That's for sure. Normally, under normal circumstances, I'd say no snow, but because it was such a dry summer, Chad up there in the Temiskaming area, I'm sure he's hoping he's going to get a lot of snow this winter because it was a pretty dry summer indeed. Anyway, I'm not going to hold it. 7-3, and thanks for being there, Randy, and look forward to talking with you again. The EFHW in Hamilton.
Yeah, okay, all the farmers hope we get like a lot of snow, so and then a slow meltdown would be great. Before you go, are you QRP?
No, I'm running 80 watts right now.
Yeah, okay then. It's hard to tell. I think the band is down a little wee bit to normal so far. So, but I still got you about 510 over here.
Yeah, you're not your regular solid 20-25 over here. So, the band is a bit low tonight. All right, have a good remainder of the night. I'm gonna get ready for bed here. Early to bed, early to rise on the sun. 7-3, the EFHW. Thanks a lot, Randy.
Okay, 7-3, Rob, and thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you again. Okay, the H3WU, Rick, how are you doing today?
Okay, Randy, and sorry, Rob. I'm running a gallon here anyway. There's 1,000 watts for you. I just want to make sure the RF is gone.
Oh yeah, it's gone, and you're just barely hitting the 20 over. So that tells me that the conditions are down.
Oh yeah, you're just 10 over 9. So yeah, the band is down. But yeah, so what it was I unscrewed the old feed line. Remember I was telling you that we fixed up the A4S, wound a new RF choke for it, and ran 213 right down the tower into the house. I disconnected the old coax. It had the barrel connector right at the bottom of the tower, so it ran out of the shack, up. I'm in the basement, so it ran up to the ground level, out the wall, that's right beside me, and then over to the tower. And then I had a barrel connector. That piece was LMR 400, and then up the tower was 213 to make the loop and all that. The tower's 56 feet high. Well, to the base plate or top plate. So what I had done is unscrewed the coax from the old antenna, left it in the shack because it's the perfectly good coax, the bottom piece, going to the tower. Thought I could use it for another antenna, and I will. But the piece of coax I left in the shack was leaning up against the amp. In fact, it was touching one of the fan houses, the little the fan protectors. It was touching that, so every time I would key up, I was getting RF back through there. That's the route it took. So anyway, it should be good now. You're getting, like I said, it's a kilowatt here now. There's 976 watts right around there. So hopefully everything's copacetic. The word of the day. We'll leave it at that. Back to you, Randy B. 3W.
Well, yeah, I'll call it remarkable. You're totally clean, and your signal jumped up to about 25 over there, so it is creeping up. And you would have had a big coil inductor there of LMR 400, and God knows what it was doing.
Exactly. So anyway, just moved the coax away. It's sitting about 3 feet away now, but it's nowhere near the back of the amp where everything else comes in, including data cables and everything else into the amp, you know. So that's that. But that was something silly on my end. I just disconnected it quickly. I thought I'd plug it in and test it to make sure, but then I just left it laying there, and I forgot about it until I got the RF problem. And then it was like, I bet you I know what that is, and sure enough. But now I can put another antenna out there. I'm just thinking what to put out, a vertical or dipole of some kind. I'm not sure yet. But we'll have that coax filled and plugged into a some kind of switch in no time.
Well, you see, the Element 400 didn't want to be disconnected. It was telling you, I need some more RF. Come on, man, get me back out there.
Well, what this amp has, this is an SPE Expert 1K, and it has 2 radio inputs and 4 coax outputs. But it also has a receive input for a receive antenna. And what that does, when you're monitoring or when you're on, when one radio is on the main antenna, your transmitting antenna, you could have plug in just a receive antenna so the other radio can be on at the same time and just be receiving signals on that other antenna. So I may do that and be able to utilize the full feature of the amp.
So did the receive antenna port is right on the amp itself, you said?
Yeah, so I have two radio inputs, 4 antenna outputs, and 1 receive antenna input. So I can be listening to a receive antenna on the one radio while I'm transmitting on, not at the same time, like they both have to be in receive. But so both radios always have a receiver connected or a receive antenna connected to receive signals when you're in receive mode. And one, of course, will be on a transmit mode, and that's the antenna, you know, that's what operates the bandpass filters and all that. Whatever radio is in the transmit position, kind of.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean. That's pretty cool. I never realized that they had. But what is that app again?
This is an SPE Expert 1K FA. This is the first amp of its type. There was nothing that did what this amp does when this one come out. This has been out. This is a 20-year-old amp. Now they have the 1.3K, 1.5K, and 2K, and they've added more features and tidied some stuff up. Like I can't bypass my tuner, but I can bypass the whole amp, but I can't bypass just the built-in tuner. So this is a 1,000-watt amp with 2 radio inputs, 4 coax outputs, a receive antenna input, and a built-in antenna tuner and power supply. So you just don't get that, 20 years ago.
No, I guess not. That's quite the unit. I'll have to look into those. Well, I got to work on the new Kenwood here first before I delve into that. Okay, well, thanks for that information. And yeah, you're right back up there, so maybe the band has changed. We're creeping up to 9 o'clock, so that's usually when I notice the difference. Okay, well, if you're around, I'll call you back in anyway.
Yeah, you're 25 over now, so yeah, I'm just listening here, Randy. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, thanks for checking in. V3XLG, Luke, I think you're in there. Come on in. How's that working for you? Is the cleaning up pretty good? Yeah, that's good. It'll make a real big difference, and it'll be a lot brighter too. Oh, okay. Are you going to stick around for the second, or are you taking off? Okay, well, you're a little bit light here. I got you on my receive loop. I have zero noise in here, about S4 on it, and so it sounds pretty good to me. It's fine here. I don't detect anything. It's good and intelligible. So I can copy everything there. Okay, I'll get you back around in the second round. And VA3AGX, come on in.
VA3XV, VA3AGX. Thanks for pulling in there, Randy. Blew it all up there. Got quite the crew. Now it's past 5 and we haven't even made it to the second round yet. So I don't know if I'll be here or not, but we'll see how fast it rolls along. Hello to Mike and Sean, Mike on the golf post there. Alan, sounding good. Just trying to figure out Alpha Fair or Zulu's calling. Just a little bit distorted at my end when it came on, and then it picked up and cleared up a little bit at the end, but hello to Anthony up there. Gord was so low. Good 8 single here, man. He just had a hard time pulling him through. Even Luke, so close to me, right next door, and F7, but I could barely hear him, but I did copy you 100%, Luke. Hope you're doing well. And Brooks United, good single, solid S9 there at the cap. It's currently -3 at 27 degrees. Didn't do much today. Worked on the flex all day to try and figure out why not so much. These new updates that they give out that I think just make the radios work. I rebooted this, reset this radio 3-4 times today. Got it going today. Just takes 5 minutes to turn on. Don't understand it. We'll have to fire off what's going on here? This was a 2-minute radio. That was bad enough. Now it's a 4 to 5 minute radio startup. I won't put up with that. That's for sure. Something wrong. Not much more to add. Everybody's doing good. Get it this time, Randy. You're 5, 9 plus 15 degrees. So it's working for you. But up your channel running. VA3AGX, back to you.
Yeah, you're sounding good here too. You're like 10 over, 15 over here, so no problem hearing you. Yeah, I got 19 here so far tonight, so I've been averaging around 20. And if we're talking a lot, then it takes a while. But I don't mind that as long as everybody can stay awake for the second round there, or they get bored and they take off anyway. But that's okay. Okay, I'll get you on the second round, and I'll even call you if I have to on the phone.
No, I'm just farting around trying to read up on something here, so I'll follow you here. Carry on, my friend.
Okay, we're going to go to VA3KTU. He was kind of light there. Robert, are you there? VA3KTU, Robert, are you there? Okay, I'm hearing you, but you're very, very, very light. I think you said your QRP. I got that, and I can't copy everything that you're saying there. No, I don't think we're going to be able to do it here tonight. Okay, I heard you that time. Okay, then I don't know if you can QRO or I imagine you're not at home, are you? Okay, I think I lost you there. Anyway, I'll call you back in on the second round anyway, and see if you'll be around. I did hear you though. I did hear you. Okay, better get moving along here. V3WGY, come on in.
Hey, Randy, how are you doing? This is Barry, V3WGY in Niagara Falls. I thought I was never going to get in here if it wasn't for guys like Rick, you know. Just all those long old man transmissions.
Yeah. Did you see the smoke coming from his place?
From Rick's place? No, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Anyway, good to hear you in here, and yep, we got some snow here in Niagara Falls. Kind of a bit early for this time of year. It must be global warming, eh, Randy?
Well, they're trying to make us believe that that's what it is, but I tell you the truth, I really don't know what's going on.
I think we live in Canada and it gets cold this time of year sometimes. We're going to be all right. It's supposed to warm up a little bit for the next bunch of days. In fact, here on the weekend it might get up to 11 Celsius on Sunday.
You know, they call it global warming is just a made-up term anyway. I don't care, who thinks what, but living in Canada, if you've been on the planet for 50, 60 plus years, we've seen all this before. It just goes in cycles, and nothing has changed in my opinion, really.
Yeah, I don't know if I was just a lot smaller when I was young, but I thought. When I lived in Port Colborne, that's where I grew up, I thought we got a lot more snow there then, but I don't know. But whatever it is, I think we're going to be all right.
Oh, I think so, yeah. And I know when I was younger, growing up here in the 70s, the banks, the snow banks, when we plowed them here, they were like massive mountains, right? So, but there were times that we did get a pile of snow. We'd have like 5 feet of it over the winter. It just seems like we were plowing every day, shoveling, plowing every day. But we've had like maybe the snow was down a bit, but there were still years here, the last couple of years, within the last 5 years. I remember in total we probably had about 4 feet. Just it would build up to about a foot, and then half of that would melt, and then we'd get some more, and then it would melt. But altogether, I was paying attention here, and altogether it was probably about 4 feet over the winter. Just we never seen it all at once, right?
Yeah, I can. Oh my God, can you imagine being in Buffalo when they had snowfalls that amounted to? This is in the south of Buffalo, 8 or 9 feet of snow. That's literally taller than any human being. Well, most human beings, especially that live in the south side of Buffalo, but I just can't imagine what they get there, It's unbelievable. Lake effect snow. But anyways, I won't keep it. I don't want to be one of them guys. V3WGY, have a good night, Rick. I might check in for the second round, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, I was timing you, so you're right in there. You're just like the other ones. No, there's no problem there. I was going to say about Buffalo is, that was, I think, just only like a year or two ago. It wasn't very long ago, and I think it melted like the next day or the next 2 days. That would have been a lot of water, a lot of snow to melt there. So, but they're used to it there. Okay, Barry, I'll get you on the second round if you're still around. V3TAC, Tom, I finally got to you. Come on ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Randy, and all in frequency. So far not too much snow here. We're just on the edge of the system. See what happens overnight, but they've had a few accidents up by Sarnia and some road closures, so I guess winter's here.
Yeah, winter's here, and they were predicting a lot of snow effect, like up to 50 centimeters coming off of Lake Huron and parts of Georgian Bay there. So, but that's normal too for down there.
Oh yeah, and as long as you're not under the streamer, you're pretty good. But if you get under it, you just hunker down and wait it out.
Yeah, I know traveling down there the odd time in the past, there'd be no snow at all, and all of a sudden I'd hit a Barrie right before Barrie, and it'd be just like a whiteout, and then all of a sudden you get through there and it would clear right up. So it's just it's coming right off the lake. Yeah, and they're pretty warm this year, so like to get a bit of it. Anyway, I'll let you get back to the pile up there, Randy. You're getting pretty popular there. 7-3. Well, I'm getting down to the bottom of the list here anyway. Thanks for checking in. You have a good night. We'll probably talk to you, I won't be around, I won't be controlling tomorrow. We'll probably talk to you on Wednesday. Okay, bottom of the list here. Finally, KC2UT. Twice in one day. How are you now, Jerry?
Good evening, 3730 KC2UT. Say hello to Margaret, Mike, Rick out there, Yank, Luke, Randy, all sounded good. There was that one station, he was very light. I can't tell he was in there, but just like, and I'm watching your signal. Your signal, interesting. Your signal sometimes is better on the antenna that faces more towards you, but on the one that's looking off to the north and west, sometimes you're much stronger on that one. So there's still some weird propagation going on out there. But at times I've seen you as strong as S9, hitting almost S9 plus 30. That's an honest report, and down as low as S9 plus 10. But yeah, that's just how it goes here. The fans are all messed up. I saw there's a lot of D-layer absorption, but that's more of a daytime thing. But that was wicked bad this afternoon for the nuts. I bet I wasn't in with the nickel nuts. But yeah, crazy conditions. And I'm a native of Western New York, and I grew up 20 miles west of Buffalo, and I got all sorts of epic snowstorm, lake effect squalls and all that stuff. But the doozy year of all time was 1977. That's the Great Blizzard of Buffalo. That's when Lake Erie was frozen since early December and had many feet of snow on it, and the high winds came up and blew that snow off of Lake Erie into western New York, and I think around Niagara Falls got into some of that action. But it was just that was epic, some people's houses, the snow was up to their roof. Their drifts were going across their house. It was so horrific. And yeah, you can do a little dig in 1977 blizzard. That was just easy of all time. Here tonight, though, we did pick up 3 inches of new snow today. The plows were out there running tonight. The county plows were so-so. My township here was doing a pretty good job. And we're expecting up to 7 inches tomorrow. So it might be no school for the kiddies. You never know. So anyway, I'll shoot it back up there, Randy. You're getting the workout on the air today. KC2UT.
Yeah, helping Rolly out there for an hour and a half, so I didn't mind that. I haven't been on there for a while, so ended up finishing with 50-some there. So it was fun. It was fun. Did a little bit different atmosphere, and I don't mind doing it. And yeah, 77. I do remember that because even up here it was a big one. I think most of Ontario and Toronto and Southern Ontario got hammered. The whole province, as far as on the east end here, got hammered. That was a big storm.
Yeah, the lake effect was cut off. The lake effect was cut off at that point. So that was an honest to goodness ground blizzard, and it just literally blew the snow off of frozen Lake Erie. I remember that. I remember going out on Lake Erie. Jeepers, it was right around Thanksgiving time, 3rd week in November. You could go out on the ice at Lake Erie that winter, late 1976. It was frozen for thousands of feet out into the lake.
Yeah, I know. I was in grade school, and the buses were canceled. And back then, it was rare that the buses were canceled. So I think we had like 2 days off that year. Yeah. So okay, Jerry, if you can hang around, I'll get you on the second round.
We got a long one going there. All right, well, we'll come back and downstairs in a bit here. We'll see what else is happening. KC2UT.
Okay, good enough. Okay, before I start the second round, is there anybody else like to get in here before I do that? Please come now. V1 FOX Curtis, come on in. Okay, oh yeah, don't worry about that. Sometimes I forget my own here. But Margaret is on here. I'll give her to get her to give you a call and see if you can hear her. I know conditions are not great, but she usually can hear you pretty good. So go ahead, Margaret.
I know Margaret's in there, but I couldn't even make her what she was saying. Sorry about that, Margaret. I got so much noise on this one this evening that I can hardly hear myself. Okay, my dear, anyways, there, and you can say hi to Margaret.
Okay, yeah, she said she could hear you. You're one of the strongest stations there, so no problem hearing you. And so she heard everything you said. Yeah, okay. Thanks for that, and you have a good night there, Curtis. We'll talk to you. Well, I won't be controlling tomorrow, but probably Wednesday night. Okay, 7-3. Okay, we're going to climb way up the list, right up to the top. VA3MPM. How you doing now?
Yeah, top of the charts. Top of the morning to you. Yeah, we're doing good here. And yeah, conditions are good. You know, but they are strange. They're like Margaret there, for example. She's still pretty light there. So it's just it is what it is. But then some are coming in and they're quite strong. So that's what's happening. Yeah, and 14257, that was the frequency because I worked on, I used my 40-meter loop there and I gave them a shout. They weren't too strong on my 40-meter loop, but I worked the Edmund Fitzgerald special event station and thanked them for being there, and that's about it. So we'll give it back to you there. You still got quite a few to go through. The A3MPM.
Yeah. Well, the only one I couldn't, I knew he was in there was KTU, and I heard him say QRP. So, and I'm thinking he might have been on his little vertical. I think he was on a vertical before at somebody else's location. Because I remember talking to him before, but he was just a little bit. You know, the band is kind of funky, so just couldn't quite get him. But anyway. You know, but I did get him in there though. Okay, thanks for that, Mike, and right along as long as you can, if you can, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, Roger.
Okay, K2LAG, Larry, round number 2. Yeah, you know what? I do remember even that summer going into the woods here, And in the shady spots, like in the swamp where it doesn't get any sun all day, there was still, there's still patches of snow. And that was like early June, so there was quite a bit of it. Took a heck of a long time for it to melt. Yeah, okay then. Okay, Larry, thanks for checking in. Like you're right up to over F9 and then sometimes down to 7 and then back up again. So up and down, but no problem copying you there. We shall probably talk to you. I'll be back here Wednesday. Okay, V1 Bravo Alpha Charlie, Brian, are you still lurking around?
Oh, I'm always looking around. I love being here, Randy, and you're great on doing the net control. Great signal down this way. By the way, everybody has great signal. And I'm hearing some stations running amplifiers, some stations not running amplifiers. I'm still scratching my head on that one. Yeah, I guess you got an efficient antenna. You don't need that amplifier. But anyway, everybody to their own. My gosh, signals are good down this way. Nobody was under 15 over the S9, and great copy down this way. A little bit of a static. There's probably a lightning strike or storm somewhere, a fire. I don't know, but every once in a while we get a little bit of crash. But it has not affected any of the stations coming through down here at the Port City of St. John. Well, you know what? Just look at Randy. I sure look at your webpage there, your QRZ. It looks like you got some pretty nice rigs there. I like I think it was the old Commander. And did you say you're running ribbon or ladder line 3 feet over?
Yeah, the 450 ohm, the window line I'm running.
Fantastic. Man after my heart. Fantastic. Man, that's just a night and day between that and unbalanced line. And a lot of fun to work with. A lot of fun. I'll tell you one time, Randy, here's a real funny, you know, or I don't know what to call it, funny. Around the field day, and everybody was putting up these little mini towers or collapsible, these poles and whatnot, and they're putting up these beams and all this stuff. And I went out with my Syntec. I had an RC2, a motorcycle battery, and I had a dipole for 20 meters. And I put it up as a sloper, and these guys are still preparing to get on here. And I'm sitting there, and first half hour I had good 95 contacts already, motorcycle battery and the right 5 watts of the sloper. Wow, I had a lot of fun with that, and I still have that rig, and once in a while we bring it up to blow the dust off it. But you know what, it's all good. Everybody get out and have some fun. I haven't done field day for quite a while. Too busy, but maybe one day we'll put something together in our own little field somewhere and have some fun with a bunch of great friends. But what a good get together, and worked a lot with the info on the Red Cross, and that was a lot of fun as well. But anyway, as we get into our little tangled web of being busy, and we say we're too busy, and then we look back and say we should have, we could have. Hopefully soon that type of word will be changing, and I get back into enjoying some minor things in life. Brandy, it's nice to hear everybody on there, and good evening to Margaret. I don't know, it's just not kicking for her. She is 5'9", I should say. 5'9", no problem, but they're just not the gangbuster signal that she usually throws up this way. So I guess that's just the way it is. Signals can be changed in conditions. And I remember the theory is you can put up a real ugly, not so great tuned antenna. The conditions are perfect, and you get gangbuster signal reports all over the world. And you put up the next day the most technical, well-designed antenna, and the conditions aren't there, and it's like crap. So I guess that's the way HF is. You know what? That's what makes it fun. I guess I don't want to be able to plug in and know I'm going to get everybody all the time. That's no challenge at all, Randy. Anyway, everybody's sounding good. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to little bit of snow up there and whatnot, but, you know, even the grandfathers had the snow was halfway up the telephone, you don't know what winter is, but you know what? I can honestly say the same thing. We talked about the past and going forward. I can honestly say the same thing where we had so high. We have old Scotia duck shoulder retrievers, you know, and we had a real beautiful doghouse, insulated doghouse, but the mower did not like that, and the snow was so high, she went out and made her own little corner, you know, she went in and made a tunnel, and that's where she put herself in, and I think it was a better insulated little den than what we made as mankind. And anyway, going forward, 1972, now it's a sad story. We had City of St. John came out with the first time having a tractor with a snowblower rig on the front of it, and wouldn't have been the very same city I lived on. They're going up snowblowing these snowplows that were, well, let's say halfway up the highway, but you know, I'm exaggerating a little bit. They're snow blowing, and they came to halfway up the street, and they saw blood being blown out the blower, and I guess that did a number on the guy who was driving that truck. They found out he chewed up a kid. What happened was kids are going out, making snow forts, and they don't hear the snow blower coming, don't hear the machinery, and I'm going to tell you, when we shot in from there, when they said he was going out with these trucks, you know, they were trotting to the snow pile before the snowblower came through to make sure there wasn't anything inside those snowbanks. And what a sad story. What a very sad story. And I feel very, very sad and heartbroken, for the family, of course, but also for the individual that was driving that truck. You know, brand new technology for the city, and there you go. He just chewed up a kid and blew him out. Not bad. Not a good thing. Not a good feeling at all. So, we talked about changes in the world, as you say, global, if you want to talk about global warming, but I talked to my dad, you know, back in the days when he was out at our camp, there was a big sand island out at our camp, you know, where he sat out as a kid, fishing in the inlet, and anyway, here I'm born, and I'm going to the camp, and it's 16 or 17 feet, there's no sandbars at all, and just this past night, there's that soundbars coming back again, just as my father explained it. So, yeah, we go through a lot of changes, and whether that's global warming or just natural cycle of the world. Back to you, Randy, 673, take everybody. Victor Echo 1, Bravo, Alpha Charlie.
Yeah, that's you know the story about the snowplow there. That's probably happened more than once, and scary thing there. I used to be a kid doing that too, but I used to stay away from the road there. We had the tractor here in the yard, so I had enough snowbanks in the where it was safe back in the yard here. So you get a blizzard like that, anything can happen. Okay, listen, I'm going to have to carry on here, but good talking to you, Brian, and good luck with the painting there, and hope you get all that done, and get your shack all back together there. And I guess I'll be back here Wednesday, so probably talk to you then. You have a good evening.
Yeah, you too as well, and good evening to all on frequency 73, 1 Bravo, Alpha Charlie.
Okay, 73. Okay, V3BWQ, Alan, are you still there? Okay, he probably took off. V3MDG, come on in.
V3ICGXV, Perry. Yes, I was thinking of Rick there. Perry, VA3XV, V3MDG. And hello to Rick. I haven't talked to him in a little bit, so hope all is well. I was just thinking about that. The story he was telling there, it seems to me that at one point in time that happened to a kid in Perry Sound there. That's where I grew up. And it wasn't a blower, but it was they were knocking snowbanks back, and same kind of result. Terrible circumstance. Anyway, quick question, Randy. What receive antenna do you run like a loop on the ground? I know you have a big one there, but do you run it in combination with the rest of your antenna?
No, they're all on separate coaxes.
Okay, well, I've got the loop up in the air at 10 feet, and then I've got the loop on the ground. And I'm noticing that I'm getting it's kind of a weird. It's almost an echo. I have the two phased together. Depending on where the signal is coming from, I can kind of steer it a little bit. But I'm starting to notice an echo in there, which I guess the snow is sitting on top of the ground, and the ground is freezing, so I guess there is an effect there. I just wondered if you had noticed that before.
No, because I don't have like two phase together. So, but you know what? I'm not surprised. You know, when the thing is when the signals are changing too, one could be delayed slightly, is what it sounds like. Probably the one on the in the ground is delayed, so you're picking up the signal first off the one elevated, and it's just enough there that you can actually hear a slight echo. And it could be that, and it could be partially one's here in vertical and the other one's here in horizontal, and it's doing something there too. But yeah, I'm not surprised there. You know, I've never experienced that, but that's the only thing I can explain there.
Yeah, because everybody's signal, I mean, I can hear everybody fine. If I go to my transmit antenna for receive, it blankets everybody out. I got about S7 noise, which is very rare here. And it's got to be just snow static and whatever else is going on with the atmosphere. But as far as receive go, I'm hearing everybody fine. It's just I've got a little bit of delay on one to the other there. So I just thought that was a weird effect that was happening. Anyway, I'll say 7-3 to everybody. Again, hello, Rick, and everybody else out there. Hope everybody's doing well. And Randy, I'll catch you a little further on down the log. D3MDG.
Well, if you're running one feed line and then you're like into a T, and if the one branch is off as a shorter coax, that one will be delayed. Or no, the one with the longer feed line will be delayed because it takes longer, right, for the signal to get there. So unless they're even, that'll make a difference there too.
Yeah, QSL. Well, there's two feed lines, and I'm phasing them together with. Actually, I'm using a QRM eliminator to phase them.
Oh, okay, there you go. It's QRM eliminator. Okay, well, yeah, with that thing, that would make sense because it's using two different antennas and it's combining them. So that would make sense then.
Yeah, QSL, and like at one point we talked about this, and you said, "Oh, don't do that," because and I understand where you were coming from, but. I don't know about your Kenwood there, but this Yaesu that I run has got a dedicated receive port on it, and I read into it, and when it's in receive, it's locked in, and when you go to transmit, then the relays shunt that to 0, and you're only using the transmit antenna, so there's no risk of one transmitting into the other. QSL?
Yeah, Roger. But I still put if the transmit antenna is in close proximity of your receive one, you will get RF coming back in enough that it could damage, bypass the circuits in there, the protective circuits, and do damage. So that's why I have this RF guard, the box in there, so that it'll cut off anything, any signal that's really damaging. I'm okay because most of my transmit antennas are far away from my beverages or my receive antennas, so I don't really have to worry too much. But I still have it in there because I tried one of those eliminator boxes doing that.
Oh, QSL. I'm not saying it can't happen, but so far so good. I'm using it tonight just as an experiment because I want to see what it was like. It's obviously snow static on the transmit antenna and probably got snow and ice and whatever on it. The other one is the one on the ground to be covered in snow, And the one up above, well, maybe the snow blew off of it. So anyway, I was just wondering if you ever experienced that. 7-3 stall, V3MDJ.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, not exactly the way you say, but I've heard about that before. So as soon as you said the two of them into that eliminator box there, that I could see it happening. But as long as it's working and as long as it's making you hear everybody, that's the main thing.
Yep, QSL. You can't transmit if you can't hear.
Yeah. Well, there's no sense of transmitting if you can't hear, right? Okay. We'll talk to you probably tomorrow or the next day, or sometime through this week. Have a good week. Okay, we'll go down to VA3MDN. Michael, if you're still around. Okay, I guess he took off. K1BZE. Margaret, did you hang around? Yeah, no problem hearing you. You're about the same, maybe a little bit stronger at times here, but no problem hearing you. And okay, I wasn't aware of that. Martin was one. Somebody had mentioned that earlier. I think it might have been Mike or somebody did. If he's still here, I'll mention that to him. Okay, Margaret, I won't hold it then. Thanks for being here, and we'll probably talk to you on Wednesday. Oh yeah, Larry. Okay. I just totally forgot who it was. Okay. Good night. And Anthony, VA3ASZ, are you still there? VA3ASZ, Anthony, are you still there? Okay, he's gone. We'll probably you'll find out as long as he checks around then, I'm sure. Okay, so next on the list is Ron. Are you still there? V3IAOW.
Yep, still here, Andy. Just want to say good night, and it's been a long night, I know, and thanks for doing the net, and thank you for all those check-ins and for taking me in. I'll say 73s, and have a good week, everyone. Victor Echo 3 India, Oscar Whiskey. Good night.
Okay, good night, and thank you for being a part of the check-ins here. It's always fun, and it's always good to hear you. Have a good, try to have a good week at work here, and I imagine we'll talk to you probably on Wednesday. Okay, next on the list is Rick. Are you still around, VA3WU?
Oh yeah, I'm still here, Randy. So, anyway, yeah, I've got the 2 meter sign. Barry's Rick's checking it. Anyway, yeah, just kind of listening along here. Your signal's up now. It was 30 over on that last over, I think, or probably over before. So the band looks like it's in good shape. I dropped the power down by half. I'm running about 500 watts now, Randy. Hopefully you're hearing okay. And that's about it. Got to take my truck in for some crown rust proofing tomorrow. Hopefully they wash the salt off before they do. Usually they do that once it starts snowing. They have the snow wash or the salt wash there to get rid of it. And that's about it. I hope you've had a good net. Lasted quite a while tonight and still going. So carry on. K3WU.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. I got 20 here. I'm 10 short of Saturday night, but I'm averaging 20 now for some reason. So it's getting good here. I don't mind it at all. Well, thanks for hanging around. And you're 20 over solid here, even with the 500 watts. So no problem there. And I'm running my trusty old little Ameritron here, pushing at about 400. So. Okay then, you have a good night there. We'll probably talk to you, well, you never know when we're going to talk to you, but have a good one.
Yeah, do you have any plans yet of date of when you're going to pull the trigger on that?
No, probably will be in December, I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay, I can't wait to hear you on it, just to hear you on it. In fact, that's what I'll bring up I'm not going to bring up your live stream again until you're late night.
Yeah, you'll know when I'm on it. I think it'll probably sound a little bit different than this one. I'm going to try to get it at least as good as this.
Oh, for sure. I'll tell you honestly, your signal's always big to me. You know, it doesn't matter what time of day, what band we're on. You've always got a good signal over here. So anyway, Randy, we'll let you go. Talk to you later, B3WU. I don't want to keep Barry waiting too long.
No, he'll be blaming you like last time. Hey, yeah, but what I'm looking forward to is the receive compared to this one. That's what's tickling my fancy to see what that does. I imagine it. I don't think it's going to disappoint.
Oh, brother.
Well, I don't think it will either. So anyway, carry on, B3WU.
Okay, I think Barry was in there, said something. Anyway, we'll keep going here. V3XLG, Luke, are you still there? Okay, thanks for checking in, and have a good night there, and good luck with the lights there and everything else that you're going to be doing there. Always good to hear you there. 7-3 for now. And we'll go back to VA3AGX. Wakey, time for work.
Oh no, I've been here waiting 2 hours for a net. Oop, that's a long one. VA3HV, VA3AGX. Not much more to add there. You did hear Sturgeon there and KC2 United 2, I think you said that right. Not much more to add. They're doing well. Hello to Sean and Alan out there sounding good. I could not hear Margaret even on the second round, and Luke, I could not hear at all on the second round. The first time he was in that 7 here, just around the corner. I don't know what the weather's doing outside. Maybe it's snowing or something. I think I still might even have ice on my antennas. Not sure. Something must be going on outside. Because even some of the receive there was breaking up and a little distorted and wobbly. So still something going on outside in the sky. So hopefully that'll clear up soon. Randy, thanks for being there. You have yourself a good evening. I'm going to bail out and go upstairs and have a tea and a cookie and relax. VA3SB.
I don't blame you at all. My mouth is starting to water for some food here. Myself. You're a good 20 over, good solid 20 over. So the band is good here now. It should be a good night for you guys tonight. Okay then, have a good night. We'll probably talk to you tomorrow. 7-3. Okay, and I'll try him again here. VA3KTU. Robert, are you still there? I'll try to pull you out. Okay, nothing heard there. Next on the list is Barry. Are you still there? V3WGY.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. Yep. Rick reminded me that second round is starting. So I heard him check in, and I said, oh, brother, when he was talking about something. And now I'm back here for the second check-in, but I won't keep us long. Good to hear you. Have a great night, and have a great snack when that time comes.
Oh, definitely, I will. Okay, well, thanks for checking in. I'll let you get back to 2 meters there. Sounding good up here. And we'll probably talk to you later on through the week here. You have a great one. And finally, the last on the list, KC2UT. Did you make it back? Who's that?
I was upstairs, and I'm trying to run downstairs with my boot on.
Oh, okay then. Well, I got you now here. They said that Martin, V3MHA, he's an examiner. But you want to take a course, though, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's always nice to have somebody tell you things. I don't know. I seem to have somebody drill it into my head.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can get a hold of him, or get a hold of Rock, or one of the, a lot of people around the area there. So get a hold of one of the clubs or him, and they'll guide you in the right direction.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I was reading on this manual, and you press the proc and the fast together, and then it goes into some other little spot, and then it talks about the compression in the back, a little knob in the back to turn it. I don't understand all that stuff.
Okay, I don't know that radio, so I can't help you there. But I don't really think it's anything to do with that. But it could be. Maybe it's the mic itself. I don't know. But you sound much better now than you did when you started.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm just trying to figure out things myself, okay? So this is a radio that I got from the Brockville Amateur Club. This KCU there, up there. I got it off of him, but I know the guy that had this radio because I used to wash his windows in Brockville. And, that's why I didn't do it. But I'm just trying to see. Some minute I see my power go up, and then the next minute I don't see anything.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's something to do with the antenna. Then I'm not sure. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, I have an off-center pad window. I've had it up there for ages, so I don't know.
Yeah, it could be RF getting back in there too. Maybe try to put some chokes on it on the line coming in there, and see if that gives helps it out.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, I just wanted to make sure that I got in and said hi again. Well, I went upstairs, did the dishes while everybody was talking. I went outside also earlier, but then I had to go try to topple downstairs. I've got a big piece of boot on my foot, so it's fun trying to get around.
Yeah. Well, don't rush and fall down and hurt yourself there. Just over the radio. Take your time. I did call you in, but I didn't know if you were still around or not. But thanks for jumping back in anyway.
All right. I'll say goodnight. 73. Past my bedtime.
Yeah, I usually go with the chickens there, but I'm here tonight, but I'll be going shortly myself. 7-3, and we'll talk to you another night there. And KC2UT, Jerry, did you make it back? Okay, he's gone. So this will be the last call for the 3730. Anybody want to jump in and say hello? Please come now. VA3XP. And V3LPO. How are you doing, Mike? Okay, well, thanks for checking in, Mike, and we'll probably talk to you tomorrow. Okay, one more call here, and then I'm out of here. Anybody else want to check in before I shut it down? VA3XV. Okay, nothing heard. 21 check-ins here tonight. Thanks everybody that checked in. Everybody have a great night. Tomorrow night's Tuesday, so Gord, V3PY, will be here with a topic and his open mic session. So please check in with him, and I shall return here on Wednesday to help Margaret out. So we shall see you then. I'm going to shut the net down here now and put the frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is VA3 X-Ray Victor, and this concludes my broadcast day. 7-3, everybody.
7-3, Randy, sounding good.
Roger Dodger.
Washing dishes, sorry.
Okay, well, I called you in, but you're a little bit late now.
Have a good evening.
Okay, see you later, Jerry.
73, Randy.
Yeah, 7-3, Brian. Roger.